Hi there, Edwina here, and Archie, my youngest, has graciously agreed to come on today because he is at the tail end of tonsillitis, and I just wanted to share with you how we deal with tonsillitis in our house. So this is Archie.
Hi.
So on Thursday night, Archie started to feel pretty ordinary. He didn't want any dinner and he was starting to get a sore throat, sore tummy, and everything was just achy, and I could see that he was building up to some sort of illness. So by the time he got tucked into bed at 7:30, his fever was starting to come up, his temperature was starting to come up, his throat was sore, and he was really feeling pretty miserable. So I dragged a mattress onto the floor in his room, and then we had a pretty long and ordinary night, didn't we, on Friday night? Not much sleep at all, just kind of dozing off here and there. So when Archie's temperature comes up, his vision goes, and it's really disconcerting. What happens, buddy?
You get one where everything's far away and everything feels sandy.
Yeah.
And you can get ones that you look really big, small.
Yeah.
And
so it's hard to sort of see where things are. Things feel like they're growing really big and you're shrinking, and then his skin gets sensitive. So it's not much fun. It's pretty ordinary. But what helps is we put on a little bit of light. We make sure that we have a night light in the room, and then that helps. And, maybe we read a bit of a story or do something that we've done lots of before to try and, help the brain to come back to a place that's familiar and normal. And we did this, on and off all through the night. So on Friday, Archie was really lackluster. His tonsils had come right up, lots of yucky yellow pustules on his tonsils, and they were really sore. So he, barely moved, spent the day on the couch or in bed. And we just did some sort of lemon and honey drinks, just warm drinks. Cold drinks really don't work. They're hard to get down. So just herbal teas, really I don't think you ate anything on Friday from memory.
Oh, I had a little bit of fruit.
A little bit of kiwi fruit, that's right. We slice up some apple and kiwi fruit very, very finely, and he just chewed that well, and that was all he felt like on Friday. Friday night, I slept in his room again, and, as is quite common in the evening, the temperature comes up again, and he had another sort of fairly ordinary night, although we did get a bit of sleep on Friday night. So that sees everything start to turn around. As soon as they can start to get some sleep, then their health starts to come back. It's a big, really big determiner in turning things around. Saturday, still feeling pretty ordinary, but energy levels starting to come up, still not looking for food, and that's fine. The body is wanting to use energy for healing, not digesting. So moving almost not at all if possible. The other thing that I think is really important to mention is that whilst TV is often a really sought after and wanted activity, it is something that I really encourage you to avoid, and I certainly let Archie watch a couple of times in the day, just for very short periods of time, maybe half an hour, because what happens when their fever is not settled, when their temperature is not settled and their fever is still burning away, their eyes are very sensitive, and I find that letting children watch TV while they're not well actually depletes them further. It takes the will from the body, and that might all sound very woo-woo, but I'm sure for other mums you may have noticed this. If you let your children watch TV for an ongoing period of time while they have a fever, it actually depletes them and they end up feeling awful. So I highly recommend just audiobooks. We downloaded an audiobook. Even that was a bit too much when you were still feeling really bad. So doing nothing is absolutely the best thing.
Probably just draw some pictures and read.
Yeah, drawing pictures and reading is good. hearing mummy reading. And then, you know, by Sunday, Archie had started to pick up a little bit more. He had a bit of an upset on Sunday because his sister was baking. Hermione's, his big sister loves baking on the weekends, and she was making cupcakes and things, which was a bit unfair. Archie really wanted to be eating them. I was very insistent that that was not okay because sugar is not what he needs in his body. Even good sugar like Rapidura, he needs just cooked veggies, soups, and frozen blueberries is a big one. So while I have a fever, sucking on an ice cube, I get Archie to hold an ice cube in a face washer, and that is a great way to keep them hydrated, keep the fluid going in during the night. And frozen blueberries are also really good for the throat. So he doesn't have, during having tonsillitis, we don't take antibiotics. Antibiotics are only in a life-saving measures. I'm very passionate about the kids not having antibiotics, and also there was no need for any pain relief, so no Panadol or anything else like that. He has managed beautifully well. So staying hydrated, don't worry if they're not eating, just keep the fluids going in and small amounts of food as they want it. Sleep is really important, and just resting. Rest as much as possible. Don't move. Let the body use the energy for healing, nothing else. So Archie, it is now Monday, and I think Archie might be home for another day or two. He's still a bit pale and not feeling 100%, but doing really, really well. So you've sort of disappeared off the screen a bit there, buddy. I think we've covered everything. So that has been Archie's journey with tonsillitis, and it's pretty much how we address any of these acute illnesses that come up during winter. That's right. We did use a herbal throat spray by Medi-Herb, and this has got clove in it, which can be helps to dull any kind of pain in the throat. It's a great spray. Archie struggled with it a little bit, but he persisted. I was so proud of him, and it has been a great help. And the other one that is good is called De-Stuff Rub, and it's Kiwiherb, and it's got lots of peppermint in it and things that smell really good. Archie loves this. He did find that rubbing it right on his throat caused a bit of discomfort, so what we did is we put it down on his chest, shoulders, back, soles of the feet, and that really helped to clear his sinuses, and I think it's done a lot to help him feel better as well. So that's how we've managed things for Archie. Anyway, that's it from us today. So please subscribe to my channel. There's always lots more tips and tricks coming along, and different things that we go through that I can share with you and hopefully help you on your journey with your kids. So that's it from us today. Bye. For now.